Demon Slayer fans, we're eating right now. Matter of fact, we are full because the first movie in the Infinity Castle trilogy is out in Japan. Now, I had the pleasure of seeing it. I gotta tell you, there's not a lot of movies that are cartoony that I've seen in the theaters. If this movie comes to theaters in America, I will be there the first day to see it in good quality. Like I saw it in decent quality, but to see this on the screen would be something crazy. So we know it's bad. It started off as it ended on the last episode of the series, and they split it into these three movies to end it off, period, like it did in the manga. So on the last episode, just to catch all up, Muzan came to defeat his distant relative, the leader of the Demon Slayers. When he got there, the leader of the Demon Slayers anticipated him getting there and blew himself up. Now, all the Demon Slayers converged on him, and so Muzan took them into the Infinity Castle. They're all separated. I believe some of them are in two, some of them are by themselves. Like my boy with the dog mask, the boar mask is always by himself, but he's the man. There's some key things that happen in this that I did not expect at all. So I'm not gonna give away too much, but I'll give you like some of the fights that I saw that I really, really like. So we have Shinobu. Shinobu is the demon slayer that has like the butterflies and the poison and whatnot. And she's fighting Doma. Doma, who is my favorite demon because he has a happy-go-lucky personality, which actually makes him seem creepier and more dangerous. He's always laughing, even as he's slaughtering hundreds of people on the battlefield. And he was kind of like royalty. So they're fighting, and they're fighting. And I'm sure if you watch the rest of the anime, you would know that Doma actually is the one that killed her sister, who is also a demon slayer. That fight is pretty intense. Like I like the underdogs in these situations all the time. And clearly, this butterfly girl should not be fighting Doma by herself. And the effects of the poison and the dialogue from Doma throughout this fight, Doma is just kind of excited to be fighting someone that can actually dodge and attack because Doma is super fast. The next fight that kind of impressed me was Guillu. Guillu is probably my least favorite demon slayer, the water demon slayer, and he's voiced by Johnny Young Bosch in the English version. And you know, Johnny Young Bosch is in everything. The old school Black Ranger Adam Park. And him and Tanjiro are fighting Akaza. And Akaza is the high class demon that just uses his fists. You get a lot of emotional moments in both of these fights, and I'm here for it. Like, I don't like to see animes where it's just fighting or it's just a main character that's going to scream and yell and be hard-headed. Like, let's take Ichigo, Goku, and Naruto, for instance. Like, it's kind of about the power of friendship, and they're going to yell, they're going to scream, they're going to somehow power up and defeat the enemy. I like how each one of these squads takes some losses. Like, they take some losses throughout the anime, and they take some losses in this movie. You're going to see to find out. But there's emotion in every step of the way of this movie. This is a 2-hour movie, people. 2 hours. So that fight is special because, as you know, Tanjiro, even though he's a child, he still is able to analyze enemies' attacks, analyze how they do things, and adjust very, very quickly. Actually, I like him better than Guillu. I think Guillu was sticking him up, but that's just me. That's why we don't see him that often. And the third fight that really, really impresses me is my favorite character, Zenitzu. Zenitzu is fighting, I won't give him away, but he's fighting a mystery character by himself. And I was in love with Zenitsu's character before because he's like the underdog. He's not good at anything. He mastered like one style out of electricity, but he really had a supreme reverence for his sensei. And I think that's really what kept him going. And it really amused me when he would fall asleep in battle, eyes closed, beating ass. Okay. In this particular movie, it's not a whole bunch of eyes closed. It's straight up Zenitsu skilling, just using skill against this super powerful opponent. And then throughout, we also get this connection, which I think is probably the coolest thing about this anime to me, because like I said, I like non-traditional things in my animes. So I like how even from outside the castle, his the crows that are being like that are navigating the whole castle, and they have no technology, but they've kind of created their own through the scrolls. So as the crows are seeing everything, the daughters of the former demon slayer leader, they're like mapping out the castle. And this is an infinite castle, but these kids are mapping out this castle and they know where the demon slayers are. They just don't know where all the enemies are throughout some of this movie. That part was cool as hell. And they give backstories for some of the demons and even some of the demon slayers that I didn't expect to see. You know, because the only part of the manga I remember seeing, not reading, but seeing on the internet was the very last fight and the result because I got through most of the anime. I didn't think they were going to do this. I thought I was going to have to wait another couple years to see this stuff. So they showcase everything that you need to see, and it's not just action. I think the action is stellar as it always is. The animation is amazing. It's always crisp. Shout out to them. And like I said, this needs to be in theaters. I've never thought I would say it before, but it needs to be in theaters. I don't want to sit at home and watch this. I want to go out here and experience this with the rest of the anime pals that I have. I might wear like a cosplay, man. I might go ahead and put on a Tanjiro wig or a Zenitzu wig. Matter of fact, I might put on a Zenitzu wig and walk in the theater just sleeping. Just walk. I might just be sleeping. You know what I mean? But that's my spoil-free review so far. When it comes out next month, I'll give a full review. Again, you can follow me and follow us on MLFHQ